And I don't know if this is going to be a standalone Starbucks or if it's going to be in a Target store or what. But I guess I'll find out here shortly. Somebody was telling me that they've got a shortage on diesel going on, I think in California, and people are getting stuck out there. Drivers are getting stuck there and can't get fuel to get back out of there. It's just one more good reason not to go haul in California, to me. Tablet woke up. Well, maybe I'll come across a sporting goods store down here that'll have a freaking visor in it. I don't know. Find out. Okay, it needs to let me turn here. Okay, I do not see a Starbucks. Huh. Okay, wonder if it's inside this grocery store. Would be most logical because I'm not seeing it there. Not seeing one, not seeing one. Nope, nope. Nope. And nope. Yep, they got one in here. Okay. Alright. I can kill two birds with one stone here. I can get my Starbucks and some groceries. And that's what I'm going to do. Alright, I shall return. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off so it doesn't overheat. Okay, so that went well. I actually got my Starbucks egg bites and I ate them. And I've got my venti decaf cafe mocha that I'm working on now. And I'm about halfway between Gainesville and Sherman, Texas on Highway 82. I run Highway 82 a lot. It's a kind of a main artery that runs all along the northern part of Texas, clear from out by Wichita Falls and then clear over to Texarkana almost. So I'm eastbound. I'm going to go up here about another 7 miles or so. And I'm going to cut across instead of going all the way to Sherman and doubling back. I'm going to start kind of zigzagging my way down to Will's Point here. Pretty good coffee. Decaf isn't always all that good, but their decaf is usually pretty good. And it's consistent, so. I'm sure that when I get done delivering this thing down in Louisiana, I'll probably find a Starbucks somewhere on the way back up to stop at for one in the next couple of days. But it might be 2 days before I do that. So I'm not going to get over here to Will's Point until way after they're closed, I think. It's going to be, I don't know, another couple hours before I get there. I'm 108 miles away. So I'm looking at 4:45, and I'm not going to go rolling in there at 4:45 to pick up a trailer. It's going to take me half an hour, 45 minutes at the minimum to strap together and check over. So, and it's 96 degrees out, so 6 o'clock in the morning sounds like a lot better timing to me to go pick this thing up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if I can find a nice little mom and pop motel that doesn't cost anywhere near what the Best Western costs, and just settle in for the night somewhere, somewhere in the general vicinity of Will's Point, where I can get up and get over to the plant right after 6 in the morning. And since I'm not in any big hurry, I'm not running real fast either. I'm not running 75. There's no point in it. You know, I could run 75. That's the speed limit. But, you know, then what do I do? So I haven't really done a whole lot of poking around up in here. I think I may be getting over close to Sherman. Oh, I'm in Sherman. Okay. So it's basically going to run me through Sherman. I was going to say I'm not opposed to doing a little bit of exploratory cruising around. I definitely do not want to go to Dallas. So I'm not taking that road. The whole point of this is to avoid Dallas. So I don't have to go through there. It makes my life that much easier. There's a stack of trailers going out. So I'm trying to think of when I was back at Will's Point last. And I think it was when I picked up those 2 stacks and took them over to Louisiana down south of Alexandria. So this is going to be a similar thing, except I have to go a lot farther south. I have to go almost clear down to the coast, to the Gulf. So I expect I probably won't get there in time to deliver them tomorrow. Just guessing, because it's a long way down to Houma. Now, Houma, Louisiana is west of New Orleans. And as far as I can tell, this delivery is going to be not too far north of Houma, so I don't have to go all the way into Houma, but getting in that region. So I imagine once I pick them up in the morning, I'll have to look and see what the timing is on it, but I pretty much imagine once I pick them up, it'll take me longer to get them down there than they're going to be open tomorrow. So I'll probably deliver them Wednesday morning. Now that could be I'm thinking it's a lot farther than it is. So I'll have to double check my maps and figure that out, but that could very well be how it's going to play out. So if I do that Wednesday morning, then it'll take me till Wednesday night to get back up here to get the second load, which would be Thursday morning, and deliver those. Oh no, this may not work out. Then I'd have to get them back down there by Friday. I don't know if that's possible. We'll have to just see. I'm not sure how far it is. Seems like a long way. And I really would like to find a better way than going clear over to I-49 and down. It might be that I can cut across Texas with them and cut off some mileage. But I don't want it to take a lot longer either. So we'll have to see. It's in an awkward, every place I deliver to is in an awkward spot to get into. It's kind of like Houma's about the end of the road going down in there, so it's way down in Louisiana. I'm kind of skirting Sherman, Texas right now. We're almost to their to their Walmart. $5.17. It's not bad. But I've still got 100 miles to go. And I want to have as full of a tank as I can have when I get there to pick this load up. So I'll wait and fill up on down the road. If I don't find anything reasonable, like under 5, then I may just pump over some fuel and not worry about it. At least that one didn't sound like a lawnmower. A lot of these cars now do. They sound like little lawnmowers. That one sounded more like a car. They about got all this torn up out here working on, looks like new road on that left side there. I see piles of dirt like that. I'm tempted to run over there and look at them and see what's in them. Oh, is there any arrowheads in there? Maybe some old coins or something? You never know. Oh, we're not seeing much of Sherman, are we? Just the fringes here. Just this western edge of the residential areas. There's a creek down in here that I'd like to go look at. And it's got, I forget what's in there now. Some kind of fossil snails or something. I forget. It's been so long since I thought about it, I can't remember what's in there. But people have found arrowheads in there too, so arrowheads and fossils of some kind. We'll say it's some kind of little shell fossils or something. Starting to get my afternoon yawns, I'll tell you. Guess I should be. It's 3 o'clock already. Yeah, I think it's a good call to let them know I could get there by in the morning, instead of trying to make it today, because I would have been disappointed again today if I had seriously thought I was going to make it there in time to pick these up. It's not one of those deals where you can kind of like slide into the parking lot, run over and hitch up to it, check it out real quick and take off. I mean, this is something that takes time, so. And I know those guys are going to be, I don't even know if they work that late because they start at 6 in the morning. So if they work a 10-hour day, that'd be 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. But that's a lot of hours. I don't know if they work that long. I bet they shut it down earlier in the afternoon, actually, because it gets so hot. Especially this time of year. It's pretty much high summer now. I mean, meteorologically, it's not summer yet, but it's summer down here for all practical purposes. Some kind of a gigantic building back over in there. I don't know what it is, but it's big. So we're going to be getting on Highway 75 down here in about a mile and a half or so. And we'll run it down a ways, and then we'll cut left. We'll cut east again. So right now we've come around, we were heading south, now we're heading east. We'll turn back south again. Right now I'm on Farm to Market Road 1417. Going around the south side of Sherman now. Brush hog that field. It's what we need to do up at our place. We can't do it right now, though. We've got a mama out there with some baby fawns, and we got mama birds with little ones in nests. So until everything's grown up enough to be out of there, we won't be doing any brush hogging this year. We should have done it last fall. I should have got out and done it, but I didn't. I had other stuff on my mind, like getting ready to do this. Okay, we're going to turn on Highway 75. We're not going to go to McKinney. McKinney's like back over towards Dallas. We're just going to run down here a little ways and then cut off to the east again. 75, this highway will run right smack down into Dallas if we stayed on it long enough. No, we're not going to do that. Just not. Oh, there's that big building, Kaiser Aluminum, that's what it was. I could see that from clear over on the other side. Back up behind us. That was a little rough. Okay, so here we go. We're getting on the Highway 75. Oh, and there's Tyson in there too, so it's probably a combination of that aluminum plant and Tyson. Yes, we are getting off of 75. Not sure where we're going now. I think GPS might just be jacking me around, actually. I'm kidding. We're going to be getting off on Farm to Market Road 902 up here in a couple miles. Oh, this is probably part of what I saw too. I know there were some big buildings anyway. What's this one? Have no clue. Huh. Two to 6? I don't know what that means. Must be a continuation of something we've seen before. Whew. So we're just running the service roads down beside 75. Kind of. I guess I could have stayed on to this exit. That's okay. Got me off of there. 75 is pretty much like being on the interstate. It's truck heavy, and people drive like crazy maniacs on it. So I don't feel bad being off of it. I'm seeing some clouds over to the east of me. Looks like storms are building. We might get a little storms tonight. Who knows? I haven't checked the weather, so I don't worry as much about the weather this time of year. I mean, the thing that I dread the most doesn't happen this time of year usually. At least not in this territory. And that is ice. So, snow and ice. Those are the two most dangerous things when you're driving, I think. Just for the slippery factor. You know, losing control of your vehicle is not good. And being on ice is a good way to lose control of your vehicle. So we're going to go around here and cross this overpass here. It's my road. I programmed it to take non-interstate roads for this route, so it wouldn't route me back through Dallas. If I hadn't done that, it would have tried to run me back through the Metroplex. And I don't need none of that business. Cross traffic does not stop. Yeah, I just figured that out. I think that's true. I think we're good here. Okay. Bridge may ice in cold weather. It probably won't today because it's 96 degrees out there. Okay, Texas Farm to Market 902. This is the road it wants me to take. This is kind of cool. I haven't been through this way before. This will be new scenery. Howe High School. We're going to cut off in the country here a while. This is the kind of thing I like to do when I'm not in a hurry. And I'm not in a hurry now because I took myself out of the rat race by saying I'd pick it up in the morning. So now I can play a little bit. Go see some new stuff. Looks like the camera's doing better here where it's got things to actually focus on. It was not happy in Kansas the other day. It just couldn't get a good fix on anything. This is more my speed over here. This is a 55-mile-an-hour surface road, and this is fine by me. I'm not in a big hurry. I'm not even in a little hurry. I'm in no hurry whatsoever. And that's kind of how I like to be, not in a hurry. Oh, that goes to Tom Bean. Okay. Okay. It kind of helps me figure stuff out. Tom Bean is another town. So this is Howe, H-O-W-E, Howe, Texas. Decent looking little town. This church building here, that design must have been like a mail order church design. You know, back in the day, long time ago, like in the 1880s and such, they actually had building packages you could order, and they deliver them by railroad. And a lot of the old churches you see in some of these towns, I think, were probably made from kits. You know, the packages that you could get, because there are a lot of churches around that look very close in design to that. Right, and that's about the right era. Oh, that's a neat old house over there too. Very neat. Yeah, I like this place. This is really nice. Pretty town. Pretty. Lots of old houses in here. This is the kind of things you don't get to see when you're up on the interstate or even on a major highway. So I'm thrilled to get to go this way today. That was a weeping willow tree. It was really weeping too. One of my favorite tree varieties, actually. I've never had one in any of the yards I've ever lived in, ever. Look at the corn. Wow, corn is high. It's about ready. So right now we're running on the east side of, but parallel to, Highway 75. And down here a ways we're going to split off and cut across east, more easterly away from it. That's where 75 cuts and goes more southwest. We're going to go cut and go southeast. So evidently this is going to take us through the actual town of Van Alstyne. Now I've never been through the main part of that town. I delivered trailers there on the I-7 or on 75. It's not an interstate, it just is as big as one. Right up on 75 though, but I haven't actually been off of that road down in this area before, so this is a treat for me. I hope it is for you too. Man, corn as far as you can see. That's a cornfield now. And then some. You should be able to start seeing these clouds that have me a little bit concerned down here. Kind of over closer to the horizon. They're starting to look like pretty high thunderhead type clouds. They're starting to go up way high. But we saw some storms the other day. Bill and I, after I got back from Kansas, we were out running some errands. I think it was Saturday, maybe Friday or Saturday. and there were clouds way up, real high thunderheads, like really, really tall ones. So I got to looking. I didn't know where they were at because we didn't have bad weather where we were at, So I just wanted to see how far away they actually were. And we were seeing the top of clouds that were over Arkansas is what we were seeing out east of us. So it's amazing how high those things can go and how far away they can actually be from you. Because we're nowhere near Arkansas. For me to drive over to the part of Arkansas those clouds were over, it would take me about 6 hours. So yeah, 5 hours anyway. Okay, so this is Van Alstyne in here, so we should be getting into the town shortly, I would say. Now, for those of you who aren't from here, the stuff on the right and left, that's cane. Those are cane plants growing in there. It's not sugar cane, it's just cane. I don't know if it's akin to bamboo or something, but that's what it is. And it grows up where we're at too. There's some down the road from us. I've been tempted to dig some of it up from the roadside and put it in the yard, but I'm afraid it'll just take over because it will do that if it's got enough moisture. So where it likes to grow usually is in the bar ditches where there's a lot of moisture sitting down in there to water it. I may do that yet, put some out on one of the terraces and see how it does. If I put it out far enough from the house, it's not like it's going to come up and take over the house. So it doesn't spread like that, but it can turn into a pretty thick patch wherever you plant it at. So I'm still 85 miles out. So as you can tell, I'm just kind of piddling along. I'm not trying to break any speed records here. Far more interested in just looking at the scenery than I am trying to get anywhere very fast. It's just unnecessary. Don't have to do it. No reason to. This appears to be a school. Yeah, I would say so. This must be Van Alstyne's high school. And it is. This old house over here on the right, kind of back off the roadways. That's a neat old house. Okay, I guess I better try and drive the speed limit. I got people coming up behind me now. Can't be lollygagging along too much. Now hiring school bus drivers. That's their middle school, I guess. You couldn't pay me enough to be a school bus driver. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. I get stressed out hauling trailers and they're inanimate objects. I cannot even imagine hauling kids around. Other people's kids, no, thank you. Nope. Not my idea of fun. As in, I think I'd rather be beaten. Looks like they've had some weather here recently. Okay, I've got another mile to go and I'm going to pick up Farm to Market 3133. Okay, evidently Van Alstyne's main drag is over here. Actually, let's just go through down their main street and take a look at it. Why not? We're here, might as well see it. Oh, okay, so this is really old down here. There's some pretty old looking buildings. So it has a very, very small downtown area. Okay. We'll get back on track here. I like that blue. They've got that house painted. That's nice. Dark blue. Wonder if that would make it feel hot in there though. I mean, in this kind of a climate, it seems like white would be more sensible. You know, reflect the heat off. I don't know. I don't know if it works that way with house walls. Huh. Interesting architecture around here. They got old stuff and new stuff in here side by side. Kind of a neat little town. That one's colorful. Kind of like that. Some people have a lot better sense of colors than I do. They seem to be able to put colors together and make something look really neat, whereas when I try and do it, it sometimes just, I don't know, not so neat. But that was interesting. Colors I would never think to use of to paint the outside of a house anyway. Okay, so it's not really building up. The clouds aren't building up as much as I thought. It's just kind of clumping up. So maybe it's not going to be too much of anything anyway. It's a dang good thing I don't have to be there until the morning, isn't it? So I get off on these tangents. Huh. Bunch of cop cars. It's interesting. Little creek down in there had water in it. Two more tents and then we'll be on the 31, 33 I was looking for. There's a method to my madness. Usually you can get back to where you need to be if you're paying attention to what direction you're heading. Okay. More corn. Look at that corn. Corn as far as you can see. Now this is the kind of thing I don't do when I've got trailers on, but when I don't have a trailer, why not? You know what I mean? If I'm not in a hurry and I don't have a trailer, then it's fair game. See what this water tower over here is. South something. South Grayson WSC. Okay, so evidently that is South Grayson's water tower. This is kind of a typical Texas farm to market road. It's not quite a county road, but it's not quite a highway. I mean, it's a highway, but it doesn't have shoulders. That's pretty typical. Yeah, these are just fluffy, puffy clouds. They're not the thunderheads I thought they might be turning into at all. I don't even remember all the cloud types. I mean, there's cumulus and cirrostratus, and I think that's about all I can actually remember. I think I paid more attention to that when I was a kid. It was interesting to me. Not enough to make me want to be like a weather lady or anything. But rumble strips. Indeed they are. Be prepared to stop. I will be. Where's the flagger? Up here ways, I guess. So this is really neat getting to see, you know, just on a back road. Typical back road in Texas. I should say in central northeastern Texas. That's kind of where we're at. We're northeast of Dallas right now. Quite a bit northeast, probably, I don't know, 60 miles maybe a little more. There we are. Okay, so this is Collin County line. A lot of the guys down here that work on the road, you'll see they're wearing big, wide-brimmed hats, and then they have kind of shade panels that fold down off the back of their hats. They probably need that stuff down in here. Working out in this sun all day, and you very rarely see them, you know, with bare arms. They wear long sleeves. Just keeps them from getting cooked by the sun. That's kind of my theory too. You know, I don't like having to cover up, but I will. Which makes me think I've got some shirts there. I forget what they're called. There's a name for them, but they're to wear out in the water to keep from getting sunburnt. But they're long sleeved. I wonder if that's similar to what they're wearing. I don't know. It kind of looks like cotton. It doesn't look like the same material. It's almost kind of a stretchy material, but it gets wet and then it dries almost instantly. I ought to dig that out. Maybe try wearing those to work. I don't know. If I'm really lucky, maybe I'll think of what they're called. There's a specific name for them. But surfers wear that kind of stuff when they're surfing. nowadays. Now that we know the sun will cook the hell out of you. I really wish I would have paid attention to that when I was younger. I didn't. I poo-pooed it. I was like, I'm gonna live forever. Whatever. You know. Not so. Of course, that's how you feel when you're young. You think you're gonna live forever. Even when people get old, I don't think they really think about, you know, the fact that they're actually going to die very much. We know it, but I don't think we actually know it. They've got hoodies on, actually, in this heat. So it must be some kind of breathable, cool material. I'm going to have to check into that. I wonder if it's that same stuff. I didn't even think about that. I'm going to have to dig those shirts out now and see if I can stand to wear them. So if I can, that would be great protection from the sun. And if they breathe as well as I think they do. Because I remember going out and metal detecting in one summer out at the lake. And it seemed like it actually worked really well. And it kept me cool. So I've definitely got to check into that. That might be what these guys are wearing. Okay, evidently that's the end of that one lane road business. But it's really pretty out in here. Very pretty. Corn in the field, trees all along the edges, fluffy puffy clouds in a blue sky. What more can you ask for? I mean, what more could you want? Sedalia Baptist Church. I wonder if this community is called Sedalia. Could be. Westminster SUD. Okay. I guess that's like something district. Okay, now we're kind of turning south-ish. Man, I like this. This is nice having new scenery. I am plumb tickled to not have to be looking at the same old thing. Pleases me immensely. So it's 3:37 and I've got 75 miles to go. So I'm really just enjoying myself today. This is what it's about for me. I mean, over and above money is having the chance to get out and see something, you know, some real stuff, some real places. probably getting in some kind of a town up here, or community anyway. Very pretty here. So green, so fluffy. So green and fluffy. Okay. So evidently this is Westminster, Texas. Westminster Fire Department, Westminster Special Utility District. There you go, SUD. Westminster SUD. That almost looks like a jail or a prison. The structure of it. Guess it's not. It's some kind of industrial buildings. Okay. I'm going to take it easy through here. So the road up above us is the Sam Rayburn Highway. I think that runs over into Dallas, pretty sure. Evidently cross traffic does not stop here either. This might be fun. This looks like highway traffic. They're diverting onto this, maybe. I don't know if they're diverting it or not. It's going to be a minute. Busy, busy. This guy's wanting to turn left, so I'm going to have to wait on him either way. He's going to be able to go here in about 10 seconds after this little black Jeep gets by. And then I think I can go. Looks like it. Yeah, okay, that worked out. That wasn't so bad. But look at these guys' hats over here and stuff. They're wearing big brimmed hats. Here's one up here. You can really tell what I'm talking about with the the panel that comes down to keep the sun off their neck and stuff. He's wearing a deal up over his face too. And it might, remember, it's like 100 degrees out there, so they're covered up completely, but this material must be breathable enough that it's not just killing them to be covered up like that, or they'd be ripping that stuff off, I guarantee you. They'd be getting out of that as quick as they could if it was cooking them in there. So I need to find out what kind of stuff that is. That's the kind of stuff I need to be wearing when I'm working out in the sun, my poor old skin. Kind of protect what's left of it. It's pretty beat up. I've abused it pretty hard over the years. Is this a rolling work zone? Evidently, he's waving me through. Thank you, sir. Okay, so evidently there's a town called Anna, and it's over to our right somewhere. Take this road over to the right. We're not going that way. We're going on south. They must be filling in bad ruts or something. Looks like this is freshly done with asphalt. Oh, I hope that doesn't all stick to the bottom of my truck. I bet it will. Oh, geez. So this looks like chip sealed here, but that was like asphalt, full-fledged asphalt. So maybe it's kind of a combination mixture between the two. But what neat country. This is really pretty through here. I'm glad I came this way. Really enjoying this scenery. I mean, to me this is scenery. It's not the Rocky Mountains, it's not the Alps, it's not, you know, the beach or anything like that, but this is it's real pretty. What can I say? I like it. It's pretty. It's all green and fluffy looking. Look at that grass out in that field. Yeah, this is all right. I like this part of Texas. I like lots of parts of Texas. I'll put it that way. I like West Texas, probably the best. In the Panhandle, oddly enough, because Panhandle's kind of barren and dry. It's almost like a moonscape, but it's something about that I like. So I was all gaga going through there the other day. You know, oh, it's so pretty. Most people don't think so, but I do. Okay, what have we up here? We're going left here anyway. This is a T intersection, I think. Yeah, that's what's going on. Okay, so we passed Ann, that was back there to our right. Down here, Melissa's to our right. We're not going there either. Those are town names. So we're going left up here to Blue Ridge, I guess. Okay, I'm going to assume they don't stop on this one either. There haven't been very many four-way stops in here. It's been take your chances getting across. It's a neat looking little place. Kind of a little log house. I have never been this route. I think there are a lot of places in Texas I've never been yet, a whole bunch of them. I've been over a lot of, you know, beaten paths, but not the less unbeaten, the more unbeaten paths. Old cow out there with her baby. Baby's taking a nap. Mama's standing over him, protecting him. They had good shade, so that's a big plus, because it is hot, hot, hot. Okay, about another mile down here, we're going to be turning on to Highway 1377. So I'll actually be getting back on a highway. You gotta remember, this is still a farm to market road here. Oh no, this isn't either. I lied. This is a highway, 545. Sorry about that. Try and keep you up to date on where I'm at. Sometimes I get to gabbing and forget. Oh, they got Looks like hay baled up. Actually, that looks more like straw, doesn't it? There's a lot of it. A lot. Okay. Will we make it into Blue Ridge? I don't think so. I think we're going to be turning off before we get there. Well, they've been out here brush hogging beside the road recently. Probably this morning from the looks of things. Okay, so we are on Highway 1377 and we are southbound somewhere in northeast-ish central Texas. We are east of Dallas now, I think, pretty much. Not so much northeast, more east-east. And we'll be following this for another 8 miles.